every day's been a great day. Both sides of the ball just feels good to be back playing football. You wait the whole off season, you train, you get your body back right, get your mind back right, and then you just, you get back around your teammates, back around your brothers, back around the people that you love playing football with, and you just, it's just exciting to be out here. I love being out here every single day with these guys and just enjoying doing what we love.
So, what has been the biggest difference for you? In obviously last year you're a rookie, so now you coming in your second year in this system. What's been some of the biggest takeaways or aha moments? Like, wow, I didn't realize this last year for you.
I think you kind of just find yourself. At least for me, I've found myself in a spot that is like, okay, here's what I did last year. During the off season, I was watching film on, just doing a self-study tape. And my off-season focus was how much better can I get at the things that I'm already good at? Because I feel like often we lose sight of focusing on the things that we are good at because we want to put so much emphasis on the things we aren't good at. But you still have to sharpen both sides of the sword. So I wanted to make sure I kept making sure I'm good at the things that I keep working at the things I'm good at, but still work on those things that need to improve. And that's finding what that looks like on film, asking my coaches, what do you guys think I need to improve? Where can I make jumps? And then, just emphasizing my film study because I want to be able to go out there and just have everything just be second nature to me, you know what I mean? So, it gets to a point where everything you do during the week should just be, the tools you're sharpening so that way when you come to Sunday, come to game time, you're not worried about anything anymore. You're just playing free. You know what the calls are. You're not second guessing anything. You believe what you're seeing on film. Then you're just going out there playing with the talent you have, using the tools the coaches have given you for the week, and then you're just going out and just making plays.
Hi, Mikey. It seems like that the defense has been bringing sort of like a positive edge to camp so far. And how are you guys kind of clicking into that? And then also, what makes just that part so special every single day?
I think just everybody who we brought back. Having that ability to, be under a system with the same guys for another year. There were guys on this defense who played for these coaches on a different team and didn't get to, have that same, I don't want to say same chemistry. You know what I mean? So last year was for us, it was just, I don't want to say a trial year, of course, but it was our first year with, under this system, and we're still kind of getting used to things. So now the off season, we're able to build and just, continue stacking each and every single day. So I think now that we've had the opportunity to, play under the system. Now this is the second year playing under the system. We're all much more comfortable with each other. The trust levels are there from coach to player, player to coach, player to player. And, we just, trust and understand that everyone's going to do their job. And, they've done a great job of bringing guys in and just, adding to what we already have. It's been big, great pieces. They bought, a group of veteran guys who just bought in right away. And I think that's been the biggest thing is that everyone's just bought into what we want to do here. Everyone's focused on the same goal. And we just want to, be able to take things day at a time and just keep getting better and keep competing.
You and Debo have had your fair share of battles through the first week of camp. What have you kind of seen from him, and what do you think he'll bring to the offense this year?
Debo is Debo, you know what I mean? We know him for the plays that he makes on Sundays, the things that he's been doing his whole career. For me, I've appreciated having him on the opposite side of me because I just know every single rep is going to be a rep to get get him better, get me better. And I feel like that's what I needed was to have somebody like him who's going to push me and, help me get better. We've done extra things after practice, whether it's walk through tempo, jog tempo, it doesn't matter. Just every single day, we both have the mindset of, we're gonna battle, we're gonna compete. You're gonna get better, I'm gonna get better. And what I think, he adds to the offense is just another weapon. He could take over a game. He could, he's done it. So I'm super excited to see, him perform this year and just, get back to just playing 11 football the way he does. And I think, whatever's happened in the past is the past. him being here now, you could just feel the good energy. You could see the positivity in him, and he's just excited to be here and just ready to play and just help this team win.
Hi, Mikey. When it comes to your defensive unit building off of last year, you guys made it all the way to the NFC title game and made some pretty big clutch stops during that playoff run. What is the coach's messaging to you guys as you try to be better than you were last year?
Just those key moments. How disciplined can we be? Often, we were in positions where we beat ourselves with whether it was penalties, missed assignments, just not being in the right spots at times. So the emphasis has really just been how disciplined can we be, no matter how tired we are, and just consistency. You could have a great first quarter. Can you do that down after down, quarter after quarter, and when it matters the most?
And for you, Dan Quinn said that you kind of made the adjustments between going from a first year to a second year mentality in the middle of your first year. Now going into this year, is it just who you are as a person, your work ethic? What has helped you kind of make that switch, and now as you get ready for your actual second year in the league?
I think just understanding, who I have to be for my teammates, and just what is expected of me here. And for me, it's a challenge that I accept. They wouldn't have drafted me when they drafted me if they didn't expect something out of me. And I want to live up to that expectation. Because one, I expect that out of myself, and because I want to help this organization, help this team be the best it could be. So every single day, whatever that looks like, I want to be able to do that for my teammates. However I can help them elevate, however, I can help them just be better in every area, I want to be able to do that. So just sacrificing whatever it is to make sure that I can help, just put myself in a good position for this team, because, you do what you have to do for those around you, and success will come. Whether it's I always have said, with team success comes individual success. So just making sure that I could do whatever I can for this team is what matters to me the most.
And along those lines, I just talked to Amos out there, and I said, this guy was the rookie last year. He was the mentee. Now he's the mentor. You embrace that role. He says he is getting a lot from you, and he feels like he's giving you something back as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a very mature, he's what I believe Trey's 23, maybe 22. So he's mature. He has the right mindset. So just me talking to him isn't like I'm talking to a 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like he understands it very well, and he brings something to his defense that we need. And he knows that the DB room knows that the coach. Like we all know what his capabilities are. And just, the way he's came in has definitely helped myself, because I know that's another guy that is going to go out there and, put it all on the line for the defense, for this team. So just from what I've seen from him, he has the ability to do some great things. It just comes back to consistency and discipline. How much can he, how long can he stay consistent and disciplined in what it is that he does? And as his teammate, I'm going to make sure that he lives up to his standard and the standard that we have as a team. And I know he'll do the exact same for me, even though I'm a year older, a year whatever. The standard is a standard. Bobby Wagner won't let me fall short of the standard, but he also knows I won't let him fall short of the standard. It doesn't matter that he's been in the league for 30 years. I've been in the league for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? But no, and I think that's what makes this team what it is that we all have that same mindset, have that same mutual understanding of who and what we want to be, and we're not going to let each other fall short of that. Yep. She told me no. I'm sorry.